The Beaches podcast is going to give you everything you want to know about a beach before you go there. I hope you enjoy the show. Be sure to check out our website, www.sandee.com. Without further ado, let's get into the show.
Maryland beaches. It's not exactly the first thing that pops into your head when you think beach vacation, right?
Right.
But that's what makes this deep dive so interesting. You've got notes about the best time to go, what the weather's like.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's this curveball nude beaches.
Yeah.
And we're all about exploring every angle here, so we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
But first,
Chesapeake Bay.
you don't get that everywhere.
No, you don't. And that's something that I think surprises people about Maryland's coastline. It's not just the ocean. You've got this whole other dimension with the bay.
Totally. It's not just your typical oceanfront.
Okay.
Speaking of the Chesapeake Bay, I saw you mention maritime history in your notes.
Mm-hmm.
Bet you'd find this interesting.
Oh.
Did you know during the War's 1812, Maryland's coast was a key strategic point?
Oh, absolutely.
You might be strolling down the beach and stumble across an old fort or something.
The Chesapeake is brimming with history. It was a massive hub for shipping, trade, shipbuilding, of course. I mean, can you imagine? Centuries ago, those waters were just packed with schooners and all sorts of vessels.
Wow, that really paints a picture. Okay, so nude beaches. Had to address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
We want to be upfront here. Maryland, it doesn't have designated nude beaches. We want to make sure you're getting accurate info, especially on something like this.
Absolutely. And I think, again, just kind of keeping it practical, it is really important to be mindful of local customs and laws around, public nudity, even on beaches.
Being mindful goes a long way.
Yeah.
Let's switch gears a bit. Weather, crucial for any beach trip. When would you say is the prime time to enjoy Maryland's beaches?
So like a lot of the East Coast, true beach season in Maryland runs, June through August. You're talking warm, sunny days, perfect for swimming, sunbathing, the whole shebang. But don't write off those shoulder seasons, spring and fall.
Right, the in-betweeners. What makes it special?
They have their own kind of charm. You might find fewer crowds. More importantly, the weather is milder. It's great if you want to go for long walks on the beach, or maybe check out those maritime historical sites you were talking about without getting totally scorched.
Okay, so we've got summer for that classic beach experience, spring or fall if you want something a little quieter, a little more adventurous. And for anyone considering, nude sunbathing, discretion, and being aware of local norms are super important. Early mornings, evenings when the beaches are less crowded might offer a bit more privacy. Plus, you'll avoid the strongest sun that way. Good point. So to wrap up our Maryland beach deep dive,
Yeah.
it really seems like you've got a unique blend of history, ecology, and that classic beach vibe. The vastness of the Atlantic on one side,
Yeah.
the Chesapeake Bay on the other. It's really something else.
It is, and it makes you think, how might experiencing that history, the ecology, that legacy of shipbuilding, even the Chesapeake Bay with its whole ecosystem, how might all of that influence your beach trip in a way you might not have considered before? Something to think about.
Yeah, definitely something to ponder as
Right.
you're planning your trip.
Thanks for listening to the show, and be sure to tune in next week for your favorite episode about some of the best beaches and beach information in the world.